Michael, like you say, dude, off the top of the show, this is not a good thing when you're putting in an apology letter the following day of your game's release, right? Stalker 2 developer GSC Game World addresses the game's launch. Let's get into this one. This is from us. Thanks to our buddy Scott actually hooking us up for the cover letter. Dear Stalkers, it feels utterly surreal to say that, but Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, is out now. That's totally wild. So was the whole development story. Despite all the odds, it's here. Our biggest game, our own story, our love letter to Ukraine. After more than 15 years, the doors to the zone are open once again. Man, I can't believe it's been that long, Michael.
Yeah.
There is a very important, very exciting, and very memorable day for all of us. Stalker is a meaningful in its own way for each fan. We hope those who have been familiar with the universe for a long time will immediately feel at home and recognize the very same Stalker. For all newcomers, we hope you'll immerse yourself in the magical, alien, and all-powerful zone, and feeling in its unique emotion will stay with us for a long time. This is a project of endless love and passion for the entire team. We genuinely believe that this is felt throughout. You'll feel it in the handcrafted world, you'll feel it in the laboratory, in the poppy fields, or during the first emission, or intense battles with a bloodsucker, or stylish reload of your new gun, or, man, this is quite the first scene pirate under the moonlight. There are so many things in the game that we are incredibly proud of. Nevertheless, Stalker 2 is a massive game. We understand that in such a game, there may still be a rough edges. We literally haven't released anything of this scale before. We're absolutely committed to being here, monitoring your feedback, and quickly fixing any issues that need our attention. In the first days after release, we'll be working on hot fixes, rolling them out as precisely as possible, but as frequently as we can. Then, we'll switch to larger updates and include constant improvements. There will also be free in-game content. We'll share its roadmap later in December. We have big plans for Stalker Universe. In a way, today is both a return and the beginning of a grand new journey. We're blessed to have you. We're blessed to have you now. The zones belong to you. Have fun. With love, GSC Game World team. Michael, they are addressing the fact that the game isn't perfect at launch. In fact, it's littered with bugs. I saw a couple reviews come out real low because of it too.
Yeah, I think I heard 140 gigabyte day one patch coming in. Again, we talked about it yesterday. Issues on the X, 4090s just unable to run the game at 60 FPS, which is, again, I mean, that's maybe what, 1-2% of the PC population that has that, so it's going to be a trickle down effect. So hopefully that's getting patched. Again, I don't know if the day one patch, how much it addressed, but you look into everything that went into this game, how long it took them to come out, why it took them so long to come out, you can kind of understand. I don't want to make excuses for them, but it's one of those, like, once you see everything that GSC had to go through for this, you're like, okay, like, I'll give you a bit of a pass. But again, when games like No Man's Sky exist, this is nowhere near No Man's Sky level of disappointment, right? The hype was not as high. I don't think the issues are as high. A lot of them that I've seen, lighting's a little weird. Sometimes the AI is a little weird. It's nowhere near as bad as No Man's Sky, and look at No Man's Sky now, right? It's got that following, and it's a good game. Give them a few weeks, hope everything gets fixed, but you and I talk about it all the time. A bad launch can absolutely tank your game, so I'm hoping that they get these issues fixed very soon, because you said reviews are already out, and not very often do people go back and say, hey, we'll give another review for you because you patched your game up. So hopefully they get those issues fixed soon before too many people walk away. Maybe the roadmap brings people in as well if they've got a lot of content planned. But, man, you feel bad when you have this big game come out and it's just littered with bugs.
Yeah, no, absolutely, right? It's one of those unfortunate situations. Well, this is the only studio I've seen that ever go through this kind of hell and back to produce a game. So the fact that if I'm going to cut any studio slack, GSC World gets that, right? Like, just straight up. They can have the slack all they want, but at the same time, you also know what you're putting out there at the end of the day. So if it's not ready, what are you launching it for, right? But how minor are those graphical bugs? Dude, I saw reviews drop yesterday. They're in the 2s to 3s. Right? Like, it is just that bad that it's just not that ready yet. It's there, like, the structure is there, but the foundation is built up, but it's crumbling at the same time. So it's one of those situations that if you're not ready, then just hold up and take a little bit longer. We know what you've been going through. We'll be okay to wait for your game so it does launch in a great state. Again, it's a game of such scale though. How long is this going to take to fix? Will it pull back? We are currently working on the review here, but again, we're also working on other reviews. I was talking to Scott yesterday. He's in on the game and he's like, Drew, I'd rather be working on this game just because I know this Stalker 2 is so plagued with bugs, right? And so it just takes that takes the wind out of your sail, man. When we get codes here, dude, I'm so hyped to get codes. Like, I'm very fortunate to do what I do. The fact that when I get a code, I'm like, yes, let's go. I can't wait to get in. And then this drops, and we're like, ugh. Right? Like, it's just kind of, oh man, it deflates that hype a little bit. Hopefully, as it gets patched up, we'll be able to get there. We got the code day of launch, so bear with us as we work on our review. But again, it is one of those things. It's coming, but maybe we'll just wait and see when it's all patched. Maybe that will be the time to review it, right? Because we review it at the state it's in. So how long? Or we just pump out the review, Michael. Here we go. We do behind the scenes, right? This is what we do here. So it is just unfortunate that the game is so littered because people were hyped, right? This could have been a game of the year contender in a sense for Xbox, but once again, it's another struggling situation. But I don't know, all the love in the world to the team. Hopefully they get a patch sooner than later.